All right, guys. Well, I did have an interview planned for today, but I don't think that in good conscience I can continue with that following what I just heard on this channel. And the channel is Police Off the Cuff. Sergeant Bill Cannon was just speaking, and the wonderful Duty Ron just came in and gave him a super chat and asked a question. Very timely, I must say. And because of what this retired NYPD sergeant said, I don't think it's a good idea for us to do this interview unless we just do the interview, but without him going into the crime scene. But I'm going to give this couple in Georgia a call and see where we should go from here, talk with the other YouTube creators and see what they think. But I'm definitely not going to advise them to go into the crime scene. And I want to put this out there to let everybody know. Please do not go into that crime scene or any others in the future. And I will be tagging Grizzly on this. Love you, Gisele. Here we go.
Look at that Duty Ron. Duty Ron's even a fan. Sergeant Bill, do you recommend that civilians go back to the scene where her body was recovered? Are people doing that and using it on YouTube channels? What's the upside and downside to that? Duty Ron, I just spoke about that. I think that's horrendous. That crime scene, even after the fact, should be left pristine because law enforcement may have to go back to that crime scene. And I also spoke about how earlier on I was a little bit perturbed by the fact that whoever processed that crime scene left all kinds of garbage there. I mean, I think you should clean up the crime scene. It just comes across as being extremely unprofessional. And as I said, there is a good possibility that investigators may have to go back to that crime scene for a recanvass, for a research. And if civilians are trouncing through that crime scene and taking pictures, and I don't. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Um, this is the transparency that people demand now. They demand. They demand this. To use a little accent from Europe. It's demanding that every bit of information is out there, but they could hurt the case by contaminating the crime scene. There's many times in a homicide investigation where investigators leave a crime scene and then they realize, oh my God, we got to go back there and do a B run. First run in a crime scene in New York City is called the A run. You have to go back. There's a B run.
Okay, and he is correct. So they've already gone out there once. Now, somebody from, well, I mean, I know there's been many people that have gone out there, and somebody from a Grizzly went out there. That's a fan of Grizzly True Crime. They went out there and took some photos and video. And the couple for today, they went out there already and took video and photos. And I have those, and I will go ahead and share those as well. And he's right. We don't want to contaminate that scene in case they got to go back out there. So I'll go ahead and just share what they've already given to me. And we don't want to contaminate anything. Let me go ahead and finish with what he's saying.
And go back and do.
I'm going to back it up just a little bit.
That every bit of information is out there, but they could hurt the case by contaminating the crime scene. There's many times in in a homicide investigation where investigators leave a crime scene and then they realize, oh my God, we got to go back there and do a B run. First run in a crime scene in New York City is called the A run. You have to go back. There's a B run. There may be a C, D, E, F, G, H. They could go right through the alphabet and go back and do additional runs. But if people from the community are contaminating the crime scene, what good would any evidence be? A defense attorney could say, hey, it's well publicized where that crime scene was. How do we know someone didn't just plant this evidence there?
Well, kind of brings you back to the Kylie Rodney case, doesn't it? They never closed off that area. It was still public. And I'm going to pause them on a better spot there. It was still open to campers the entire time. The public was still camping and canoeing and fishing in that exact location. There were fishermen right there, kayaks. People were kayaking and boating and fishing right over her. Can you believe that? They never closed off any of her location at Prosser, but I guess it is what it is. They should have closed. I guess they didn't have it marked as a crime scene, did they? But just think about that. Anyway, let him continue.
Civilians just destroyed the crime scene. Yeah. In the name of transparency, in the name of everyone needs to know about this, when really no one needs to know about it except the investigators and the people involved in this case. Folks, I want to thank everyone for coming by today.
I want to thank Sergeant Bill Cannon for that answer. I will link to him in the description. Sorry about my alarm. I've got a lot of stuff going on today. I will get this video up here and link to everybody, talk with the other creators and with this couple and see where we go from here. But I do always want to make sure I'm doing the responsible thing on my channel. So I will figure out what I'm going to do from here, okay? Thanks, everybody.